Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. And what time is it? Well, it's time to save some money on some amazing Switch games. And even though the Switch is super late in its life, it still has a million games. So let's pick some of those up at some discounted prices. Let's go and get right into it. These are some of my favorite videos to make because I feel like I'm actually providing a service, for my viewers. And sales are just cool. And I have a very, very, very funny sales joke for you. Are you ready? I know comedy, so this is top tier. Why can you always trust a glue salesman? Because they always stick to their word. Enough of my amazing comedy. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. And let's go ahead and get right into these deals. So we're going to start on the Nintendo eShop sale page again, and they have quite a few new things. So let's go ahead and get right into that. Right off the bat, a Borderlands franchise celebration. What a strange sell to have, but at this point, there is quite a few Borderlands games. Borderlands 3, I love this game. I actually love the entire Borderlands series. I watched a video about Borderlands 3, the quality of it on the Switch, maybe from Digital Foundry, and they said it was fine. But when I actually bought this, it stuttered a little bit. It was very strange. But the Borderlands Handsome Collection, I own this. I think it's 3 Borderlands games. I can highly recommend this. These run and look flawlessly. We have a narrative game sale, and this is running until August 5th. Sam & Max Save the World and Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space. These are both $12 respectively. These are absolutely amazing games. I made a video maybe a year ago at this point about some hidden gems, and I put these on there. They remind me of a strange cartoon from your childhood. You don't know what that cartoon is, but every time you see it or are reminded of it, it just feels nostalgic. Yeah, that's what you get from these. Very, very fun games. This is the perfect time to pick these up because you're probably not going to want to pay full price for something you have no idea what it is. So either one of these that you pick up, you can't go wrong. A bunch of stuff on here I actually don't know what it is, but it all looks very, very cool. Beyond a Still Sky. This is another hidden gem. I believe the very first Beyond a Still Sky game, if that's what it's called, whatever game came before this one, was a point and click adventure, I'm pretty sure. This one takes it to the next level and the next step. Again, I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about these games. I'm sure people have, but regardless, this game kind of flies under the radar. So for $10, not a bad deal. Genie LeClue is pretty cool. This is always on sale for $3 though, so you're not missing anything there. All these games right here go on sale fairly often, so if you see something right here in this little category that you want to buy and you just don't have the money for it right now, don't worry, there's a good chance it'll go on sale pretty quickly. So the Warner Brothers stuff we went over last week, Capcom stuff we went over last week, so if you want to see any of this stuff more in depth, just check my last video, same thing as this. Chocofish 13th Anniversary Sale. Eastward and Eastward Octopia. This is an amazing game. It truly is. It's very special. If you like pixelated games like me, I'm in love with stuff like this. This is a no-brainer. A very good story as well, but there's quite a lot of dialogue. I don't mind it because I know it adds to the story, and I'm not saying that's all this game is, but if you buy this, just be prepared to sit through quite a bit of dialogue, but like I said, it enhances the story. And if you enjoy this, get Eastward Octopia. This is newer DLC. This just came out this year. And you can pick up the game and the DLC for $17. Not a bad way to go. Both Wargroove games are pretty cool. $6 and $14. Eastward Between Two Worlds bundle. I think this might just be the game with the DLC, so you should just get that instead of picking those up, I said, for $17. You can just get both for $15. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to bounce over to DekuDeals.com, the most efficient way to look at the eShop. They have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night for $12. This is 70% off. I absolutely love this game. I think I bought this for $15 or $20 randomly one day when I had some extra eShop money. I guess the best way to describe it is a gothic side-scrolling RPG. I think that's exactly the way they describe it, and that's the perfect way to describe it. If any of those keywords triggered something in your brain, there's a good chance you're going to enjoy this. And for $12, it is a perfect way to pick up this because it really is a lot of fun. And there's a bunch of other Bloodstained games, so if you like this, go back and play all the other ones. Sifu, $16, one of the coolest fighting games of all time. If you're not a fan of fighting games, well, this is one that I would give a chance, but then at the same time, this one is pretty difficult, so I'm not sure. The whole concept is amazing though. You're a fighter, and every time you fight, instead of like losing the game, your age just progresses. But we all know with age comes more wisdom. So maybe you start at like 25 or something. By the end, you're like an old man, but that old man has more knowledge and more skills. So very weird premise that just works somehow. And I really hope this game continues to get new entries, maybe as like a franchise or something, because I enjoy it. So for $16, this is the perfect way to pick this up. Darkest Dungeon 2 just came out, so pick up the first one for $7.50. They look about the same in quality anyway. If some way, somehow, you have not played Untitled Goose Game, what are you doing? It's a Goose Game, it's untitled, but it technically is titled by being untitled. Do you understand what's going on now? We are officially in a gooseception. But it's a fun game. Cost of Mayhem as a goose, $10. Not bad. Dang, they have Pumpkin Jack for only $6.89. I actually love this game. You don't hear a lot of people talk about it. I guess the best way to describe it is a 3D platformer, I guess, maybe like a hack and slash or something. Your name is Pumpkin Jack. Why? Because you're a pumpkin, and you were just named Jack because Jack is like a Halloween name for some reason. And Jack Skeleton, and well, then there's Jack Frost as well, so maybe Jack is just a holiday name. Regardless, this game is awesome. Again, I picked this up for like $15 or $20 around Halloween, and I loved every second of it. For $6.89, this is an amazing deal to pick this up. It's not the greatest game of all time. I'm not saying it's the best 3D platformer, but for what it is and the amount of money you're spending on it, it's worth every single penny. They have Terraria for $15, at least that's how I think you pronounce this game. I've been seeing this game for like 100 years, and I don't think I've ever heard somebody just say it to me. I've only read it online. If you enjoy stuff like Minecraft or things where you have to build out your own adventure, you're gonna enjoy this. It's $15 and you can play it forever. I skipped over all the Warner Brothers stuff because it's always on sale every single time, but the Lego Harry Potter games, they're only $10 and you get to play through the entire Harry Potter like franchise of movies. In my opinion, these are the best Lego games. They're so charming and so fun. Yes, I'm a little biased because I like Harry Potter, but they really are great games. And if you're just looking for something to kill the time or just add into your library, for $10 you're getting a bunch of value out of this. Wow, Genesis Noir is on sale. This is something I can't even really explain. Like, this game right here is more of an experience. It is one of the strangest things I've ever covered on this channel because while I'm making a video about it, I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. It felt like I was just saying words. If you're looking for something to go in blind and just have an adventure or an experience and you want to be satisfied at the end, pick up Genesis Noir. It's $4.49. Just do this as my recommendation if you're looking for something a little different. It's a very special experience. Journey to the Savage Planet, $9. I don't think a lot of people even know this is on the Switch because I didn't for the longest time. It's a fun little first-person shooter, and it's like in space, and there's some weird stuff going on. It's not the greatest game, and I'm sure it runs better on other consoles, but for $9, I mean, you're getting your money's worth. The last game we're talking about today is Ghost Runner. It is only $9, normally $30, so it's 70% off. For the longest time, I didn't even know this was on the Switch because I was like, it just feels so much like, you know, like an Xbox or PlayStation game. And then I remember I seen the title like on the Switch, and I was like, are you sure this is on the Switch? Is it just coming to the Switch? But it's on the Switch. It actually runs pretty decent. I picked this up randomly and put it in my backlog and completely forgot about it. Then I was looking for something to play one day, and I think I beat the entire game, like in a couple days, because it was so addicting. I don't even know what you want to call it. A platformer, maybe? You can understand what I'm trying to say here. If you're just looking for a fun adventure that's going to have you hooked from the moment you started it, pick this up. And I know there's a second game, I don't think that's on the Switch. But for the time being, dude, this is $9, so why not, right? Ladies and gentlemen, these truly are one of my favorite videos to make on my channel because it's so fun, like giving you guys an actual value for watching me. You know, it's like, hey, these games are on sale, save some money for stuff you're probably going to buy anyway. And then I just enjoy looking at all these sales and then learning about stuff that I didn't even know was on sale. So it's a win-win for both of us. Down below, as always, let me know anything that I skipped over. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you could. We are growing on both platforms. I think we finally have 250 followers on Instagram and like 52 or something on Twitter. So yeah, if you could, drop a follow. I'd really appreciate it. And you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.